Hey everyone, it's Fitz with the Daily Delivery. I hope you're doing well. Well, as conference realignment continues down the path, we're now seeing everything kind of slow down. And a lot of people really do believe now that the brakes have been hit on conference realignment, at least in the short term, that no more major pieces are going to move right now. Maybe that's wrong. Bob Bowlesby certainly was wrong about conference realignment, so I'm willing to join him in predicting that it's done for now. But by now, I mean not for the next 10 years, I mean for the next year. Eventually, schools will start looking at other things that might benefit them financially, because that's the world in which college athletics now exists. It's all about the money because the salaries and the commitments financially are just enormous. So to stay at the highest level possible, you need the most money possible. I get that. And I've long thought that there would be an elite level of college football, a step up, something that the schools could form and play at a higher level and kind of set up their own rules. I never envisioned it would be by invitation only, set up by a TV network like ESPN. That's not going to work. In fact, I don't see how it'll stand up with the weight of lawsuits that will eventually come, because you're not just taking away, extracting a certain number of schools and setting up a super conference. You're in the process damaging the business interests of all the other institutions and athletic entities around college sports. You can't do that. You need to set some criteria, ask people if they want to join, and for the most part, most schools won't join because they won't have big enough attendance, they won't have big enough budgets, they won't be able to do the things that you need to do to be in this elite conference. Leave it up to everyone to decide if they're in or out. ESPN's not doing that. They're making a power play, it appears. That is what all the talk is across college sports. It appears that they want to set up this elite football conference. And they're really putting the rest of the institutions into a corner. They can sue all they want, but that may not stop it. I think the one thing that will stop this and stop it cold is telling these institutions that if you want to remove football from the NCAA, if you want to set up your own subdivision, your own grouping for football only that nobody else can be in, that's great. But you're not part of the NCAA. You have now stepped outside of what the NCAA believes its purpose is as an oversight entity, thus meaning the NCAA will no longer allow them to play baseball, basketball, or any other sport. If you want to take your ball and go to a shiny place on a hilltop where only you can play with it, then the NCAA might just counter by taking all of the balls away from you and not letting you play with everyone else. We'll see how that works out for all those schools.